morning, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is Hunter here, and I'm here with the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man that is Colin. Colin, my friend, how are you, sir?
You know what, Hunter? Why don't you just get out?
Just, dude. Oh man, you say that, man, but whew, this movie, goddamn, this is. So we're talking about Get Out, which Colin unfortunately wasn't able to see. I got the privilege of seeing this. I actually saw I saw Logan, Get Out, and John Wick Chapter 2 again all in a row. So that was my
What?
Saturday.
Wait, I didn't know you saw John Wick Chapter 2 again in the same day.
Yeah, I was with my coworker Forrest. Forrest, I love you. And I was like,
I
he's like
saw 3 movies in one day.
3 movies in a row. Started at 11.
You guys are beasts.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, ah, I need to do this more. But so Get Out, so you were just talking about how Deadpool will more than likely be on your best of list. I'm telling you right now, this is on my best of list for this year.
Logan. Oh yeah, but Deadpool for last year. But yeah,
Yeah,
Get Out for sure is on your best of this year.
there's no way this won't be on my best of. Like this movie.
So why? Why is it so great?
Okay, so let's just jump
Because
in.
like everyone says, like, why is it 100%? Like, what's so great about it?
So okay, so I cannot think of the. I'm not even gonna bring his name up. I know who it is, but he's a
Jordan Peele.
no, no, no. The
Oh.
one asshole who gave this a
Oh
rotten.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that son of. I'm not even gonna. If you want to Google his name, you can figure it out. But
No, no, no,
he,
no. Fuck that guy. We shouldn't give him any notoriety. He's the same guy that gave some other movie a bad score that was 100%.
yeah.
So
So he pitches this as what I read his review and he said
he's a troll. You shouldn't have even read it. He's a total fucking troll.
yeah, and he was
He gets
just
notoriety for naysaying.
like, "Oh yeah, this is a Get Whitey film." It's not a Get Whitey film at all. It's really not. And so what?
No, of course not. Like why? No one said that, but that idiot.
Yeah, but so this movie is about a guy named Chris, played by Daniel Kalula. It's a really black name. What do you want from me? He's from, but um,
Kahlua and Coke.
yeah, there you go. Oh, that's a great combo. But he he plays Chris, and he's dating Rose, played by Allison Williams from Girls. Actually, I gotta say, man, I thought Allison Williams was hot after this movie. I don't know if I could ever even hug her. But they basically go up
So
to
is Allison Williams the girlfriend that brings him home to her parents?
exactly, yeah. So they go up to her parents' house for the weekend. Her parents played by Catherine Kinner, and then Bradley Whitford, who I fucking love. He was in Cabin in the Woods. But they play her parents, Missy and Dean, respectively. And so this
Yeah.
movie is about. It really is about Chris
Yeah.
really realizing at a point, oh wow, this is not just, kind of liberal racism. And as much shit as I've been giving Trump recently, I have to kind of throw it back on liberals, because as someone, and Colin will attest to this, as someone who has fancied the Caucasian women for as long as he's known me, and he's known me since I was 12, so he's known me for more than half my life. um
Yeah.
this happens a lot more than you think, and not like, like what the white parents try to do in this movie, but the awkwardness of being out with white women, or just white people in general, and being the one black friend or whatever. It's a thing. Like, it genuinely is a thing, and people,
Yeah.
have this
Well, that
whole.
was the only thing you knew in high school.
Yeah,
Because you were
true.
the only black guy in high school, aside from like a couple other like,
Like
you know,
three others, yeah.
yeah,
And so, this is a thing I've experienced. Fuck, I mean, we always say we keep it real here. I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna get really real with you guys here. My first girlfriend I dated, named Mandy, when I was 14, and this was like right after my dad died. And I remember we were out at a movie theater, and this cop comes up to us and he says, "Hey," and he asked her, "Oh yeah, are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I just want to make sure you guys were together." And he turned and walked away. And I remember thinking, holy shit, wow, that fucking sucks. And unfortunately, similar things have happened throughout the years. So when you say, like, oh, racism's dead, Obama was president, it's not, I promise you. But Chris really deals with that, and this movie is about really showing people how black people really fear not white people specifically, but just how we fear people not speaking to us like people and having preconceived notions, and it really plays on that so brilliantly. I think one of my favorite scenes to start off the movie, and it's only about 15 minutes in, but when they meet the parents, are like, they do a lot of things I think white people do. They go, "Oh yeah, like we loved Obama. We would vote for Obama for a third term if we totally could." And it's like, don't say shit like that. Just talk to me like I'm a person. Don't try, and that shit is just really as racist as being like, "Oh yeah, you can't date my white daughter." That you feel like you have to play up to us, and like we're caricatures. In this movie, written and directed by Jordan Peele, I have to give who's married to Chelsea Peretti from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I did not know until like a
Oh,
week ago.
really?
I had no fucking idea. I was like, what? Like that's a
Jordan Peele is.
yeah, I had no idea.
Dude,
Oh,
that's a funny ass couple.
right? And Chelsea Peretti, if you haven't watched her Netflix special, One of the Greats, I fucking love that Netflix special. It's hilarious, but
Well, and she's also known from Gigolo Horse.
it's true. She is known from the classic Curl Show sketch Gigolo Horse, but
Yeah.
she's hilarious, and it was funny. Jordan Peele had to say, like, said in an interview recently, he's like, just so you know, I wrote this before I met my wife, and I didn't feel like this when I met her parents. Like he had to.
Yeah, I wonder if her parents were like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Yeah, like, hey, that's rude, but
They're like, "I thought we were very welcoming and not racist." He's like, "No, you guys were super
yeah, you
racist."
guys were the worst. It's like, but but this movie, it really is exploring Chris's paranoia. It's exploring social issues. It's exploring if that paranoia that a lot of black people feel in general. Fuck, I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if even Colin remembers this, but me, Colin, and his lovely wife Nikki, we went out and saw Hunger Games, and we were like at BJ's getting drinks. I remember specifically uh, Nikki asking me, I think when Colin went up to the bathroom, she's like, "Was that white couple like staring at our table?" I was like, "Yeah," and she kind of just looked at me and like, "God damn it, seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's dumb." Um, the shit still happens, and the scene early on in the movie where they get pulled over after they hit a deer that just like pops up. The cop, asks for his ID even though he wasn't driving, and it's little things like that where you go, ugh, this is why black people are like a lot of black people are paranoid. It's because of shit like that, and Jordan Peele really captures that really well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into spoiler territory on this. I'm gonna dance around this as much as humanly possible because
Yeah.
because when you do find out what's happening, it's like I told my mom this
What
yesterday.
what's happening? What? So why is this a fucking horror movie?
It, it's a horror movie because it really is feeling like it's that paranoia of people who you think who are acting like kind to you and being or what they think are being kind to you, turning their backs on you and having
Oh.
very nefarious purposes. Oh, big word. For
Oh,
thank you,
nefarious.
thank you. But having very different purposes, and I will just say this is the closest thing you could probably get to like New World Order slavery. Like when you find out what's going on, it's a holy fucking shit sort of thing. And
Oh, okay. So it's like a big time spoiler.
yeah, so that's why I'm not gonna talk about it. But it's because I've really like people don't read reviews on this. Hell, don't listen to this. Well, you're probably far in now, but don't listen to this review until you see the movie because it's so good to go in cold. I didn't read one review going into this. I heard people liked it. That's all I knew. I didn't watch the trailer. I went in cold as shit going in this movie, and that's how you should go into this. Um, Everyone in this movie is fantastic. Stephen Root, Jimmy James of News Radio fame. I fucking love Stephen Root, and of course from Office Space. He's in this movie, and he has a great role. The guy who might be the breakout on this is his name's Laurel Howery. He plays Rod, and he is like he's he's the black friend, and he is wonderful. He's the next Hannibal Buress. Like, you're gonna see this guy in so many movies, and next year you're gonna be like, oh, who's that
Yeah.
guy? Oh, that's the guy from Get Out. Yeah, like, he's so goddamn funny, and he has in every
Yeah.
scene he's in, he steals it. He is amazing in this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, Colin.
Yeah.
Can I get in my final thoughts? I went
Can I
back.
ask you one question
Oh,
real quick
oh,
before you get
please.
into your final thoughts?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So what's the scene where it's the screenshot of him with his eyes all red and he's crying, like staring straight at the screen?
Okay, so
Is that the big spoiler?
no, that's not a huge spoiler. So I will just say that it involves a conversation that him and Rose's mom Missy are having, and I'll just leave it at that because I really don't want to get more into that because that would be getting kind of
So
spoilerish.
he's not like watching something disturbing, but it's just like a conversation he's having.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's
And he starts crying.
yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh.
It's dude. This is one of the
And before you get in your final, I just want to just kind of interview you a
yeah.
little,
Please.
just real briefly. So this is written and directed by Jordan Peele. Like, is this like the greatest writing directing debut like you can even imagine? Like,
I mean, God. I mean,
almost getting a pure 100 besides one fucking like critic troll. Like everyone fucking just loves it. Like, do you agree how great this truly is? And Jordan Peele, like, is this guy like a genius? Like, what's going on?
I think this guy is going to end up going down as this will be one of the best debuts in the history of the horror genre, because this is a horror movie. And it's you're talking to someone who's watched The Birds, Night of the Living Dead, stuff like that. I mean, so I think I know my horror movies pretty well. This goes up there with me with Tarantino's first debut being Reservoir Dogs. This goes up there.
Oh my goodness!
This goes up there. This goes up there with Richard Kelly.
That's the type of quote I was looking for on that question.
Oh no!
This is Tarantino level.
Yes, yeah, and I do not even. This is John Singleton doing Boys in the Hood. This is Sam Raimi doing Evil Dead, like the Evil Dead. Like no, this movie is insane.
Those are great quotes.
No, this movie is insanely good, and it's great. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I went, God, was there anything that angered me? And I went, no, there was nothing. And I'm gonna be honest, I was sitting back and I was gonna review this myself yesterday, and I really just wanted almost to give myself another day to see if I could find something that would really just like irk me about it. And no, the plot is so freaking solid. It's like the best Twilight Zone episode you could ever watch.
Ooh, yeah.
And you guys know I've spoken highly of the Twilight Zone, how it inspired not just me loving film, but me loving sci-fi. And this movie, it's a thriller mixed with horror, mixed with a political statement that is so well done. And
with comedy too, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny too. It's shocking that it worked this well, especially for a first-time director. You have directors on their fifth movie who haven't knocked it out of the park like Jordan Peele has, and all the credit in the world. And he apparently said that he's got 4 more movies he's already been working on that he wants to release in the next decade. And I'm just like, fuck yes, like keep bringing them. If they're half as good as this, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I feel like who's gonna be real butthurt is Kevin Smith, because Jordan Peele did exactly what Kevin Smith's been trying for with like Tusk and goddamn Yoga Hosers, like. Like that like horror comedy, like brilliantly written, like awesome, like good for Jordan Peele. Like he killed it, and I'm sure Kevin Smith is just like, man, that's how it's done.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the fact I love the fact you just said that. And God, you've gotten so goddamn good at this, because I was about to bring up Tusk, and that this is like the opposite end of the spectrum for Tusk in every sense of the word. That The effects are great on this. Not really any jump scares, but this builds the tension so much. And I'm telling you right now, Force would attest to this. I was sitting there shaking my head at a couple points. I went, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't. This brother needs to run. I don't like this. And like I said, when you find out what's happening, it's so sinister and it's such a Jesus Christ moment that I really just sat back and went, I have no words for this. Like I really just I sat there about 5 minutes after the movie and just kind of tried to absorb what I just watched. And the theater I was in, I saw this at it's just like at 2 in the afternoon. The theater was packed, by the way, and there were people cheering. There were people just laughing. There were people who were very unnerved by this, as you should have.
Yeah. Where'd you see it at?
I saw it at the Riverside Theater here in town.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was like a packed theater though.
Oh yeah, it was packed. There was like maybe 3 open seats. It was packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this movie, it's so well done. And Jordan Peele, I'm telling you right now, and I don't mean this like it's gonna sound like a joke, but if you have black friends, this is a good movie to go see just to kind of get where we're coming from. I mean, I know some people are like, oh, it's pretty, like, when I say, oh, it's preachy, it's really not preachy, but it really does point to problems in society and how black folks really do feel about how we're kind of looked at and valued, and it gets it across in a very subtle way. But, you know, you can take this at face value if you wanted to, but if you really do dig deeper, there's a lot there to reward you if you put in the time and just kind of think a little bit about this. This is going to be my top 5 movies of this year. I really don't think there will be...
no matter what else comes out.
I really don't think there's 4 movies that will be better than this year.
Yeah.
I at most this will dip to number 6. Like I generally can't believe how good this was. Like,
yeah, you don't know how good Beauty and the Beast is gonna be, but we'll see.
Yeah, but this movie was brilliant, and I truly mean that, brilliant. This is a black person's Sixth Sense, and the writing's like better. Like,
Black Person Sixth Sense. Like, that's a headline.
Yeah, like I love.
We should tweet that out.
Yeah, seriously, I love this. This is a fan-fucking-tastic. This movie was brilliant, and I've already told pretty much everyone I work with. It's funny. Shout out to my friend James. He said that Jordan Peele and I thought the same thing watching the movie. He clearly grew up really being big fan of Stanley Kubrick, and it really shows, because this is very Clockwork Orange-esque. With how well it's done, and it feels like that. It really felt like he read a lot of and watched a lot of old school horror and sci-fi and really just made it his own. And the Jordan Peele, sir, I'm standing right now. Kudos to you, sir. This was amazing. This was genuinely a brilliant movie. So,
nice, man.
Yeah, I was genuinely happy I saw this in theaters, and this will be the only reason I won't buy it on Amazon Instant Videos, because I want to get the Blu-ray so I can see all the special features and see how this was written. This was put together, because the budget on this, I think, was like fucking nothing. I think the budget was like 10 million maybe. Let's find out. Yeah, the budget on this.
Wow. I can tell you. I was just looking at the IMDb trivia.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele cited the original Night of the Living Dead as his inspiration for this movie.
There you go. Like I said,
he said it was because the film had an African American protagonist.
Yeah. God, Night of the Living Dead, that's a great movie too. Oh, I love that movie. But the budget on this was 4.5 million. It's already made 78. So, yeah, that's huge. So, especially for a horror movie, I mean, that small of a budget, kudos, sir. Yeah, brilliant, fucking brilliant. So, go see this. Like, I already told Mama Hunter, whose birthday it is. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you.
Yeah, I Facebooked Mama Hunter.
Did you? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's very relevant to this review.
Well, my mom is black, so I mean, this.
Yeah,
And honestly, my mom would relate to this movie. I mean, Byron's white. I mean, he's from Montana. I mean, I feel like that's implied, but
yeah.
but
Happy birthday, Mama Hunter.
but I mean, honestly, like part of the reason they moved out of Houston is because they were like, yeah, we're sick of these asshole Houston Texan assholes like being super racist. So yeah, and they live in the fucking burbs. So
Right.
yeah, but this movie again, brilliant. Guys, see this movie. I cannot stress that enough. Please go see this. Support good horror. Support great film when you get shit like this. So, guys, have you seen Get Out? Let us know what you thought in the comments below. You can follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. You can follow us here on SoundCloud at The Real Pineapple 775. You can like us on Facebook at The Real Pineapple. And you can follow Mr. Colin O'Neill on the Twitter at...
The Real O'Neill.
And guys, you can follow our other comrade, Mr. Scott Neerman, on Twitter at Neerman the First. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We will have reviews up this weekend for not for Get Out. Good God, I'm high. Oh, we'll have reviews. Shut up. We'll have reviews up for Kong Skull Island. We will have reviews up for. I'm seeing this with one of my coworkers, Medea on the Run, which is the new Tyler Perry play, which I'm gonna.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm not making you watch that. But,
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna be very depressed. Guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.